Welcome to the This Could Make Us Famous podcast. You've heard all the stories of the rich and famous. But what about everybody else? Some of the greatest and funniest stories come from everyday people. Here, we share their stories and just maybe make them famous. Let's get started. Here is your host, Jason McCormick.
Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the podcast. Woo! We're all excited up in here. Charlie, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good.
Well, I hope you guys have been good. I hope you all enjoyed your 4th of July weekend and you didn't blow yourselves up. I, myself, did not blow myself up.
I got mine.
You got all your fingers, all 10?
Got them all.
All 8 fingers? So we missed you guys, and we're happy to be back. What's been going on in your world, Charlie?
Just got back from anniversary weekend.
Tell everybody about it. You went down to Branson, right?
Branson, yep.
You go there every year.
Every year.
But this time you stayed at a place that wasn't
So great.
a good experience.
Well, it was great, but it wasn't great.
It was good. The place was good.
The place was...
But it wasn't good.
Okay, if you take
Please
out
explain.
everything else except for the room itself, it was great.
Yeah.
The room itself was great, but everything else... I told you to stop that.
Charlie's
I just
tapping
went over
away.
that before that. Do not tap on the table. The microphone picks it all up.
Charlie. All right, so tell us about this trip to Branson, please. For your anniversary, which is number 8, right?
8.
Number 8.
You should know that.
Yeah. I was just making sure.
Really, you were there. Plus, it's yours this year. So.
Yep.
So, we drive down to Branson. Let me back up. Make this reservation online. Never done it before online through this Velocity. And Verbo, VRBO, whatever that is.
Verbo.
Verba.
Verbu, bo, ba, ba.
However your tongue can spit it out. And long story short, I wasn't so sure if we were going to be, when we got down there, we were going to have a place to stay. But Cindy supposedly got a hold of the owner and talked to them and said there was this beautiful view outside our window of the garden. So, and I didn't hear nothing out of the people. No, I corresponded with them the way you're supposed to correspond with them. Didn't hear nothing. Made the final payments. And then 2 days before the trip, they responded with instructions on how to get in to the room. So we show up down there, still not sure where we're going. Or if there's going to be someplace there. And then we got really worried because it took us, good old Google takes you to places it's not supposed to take you sometimes.
Like in the middle of a field. It's like, so you have arrived.
So this sort of took us in the middle of the field, except for it took us into somebody else's driveway.
Oh my gosh.
And I said, well, pull in there. I said, it could be more than what it is. I said, the worst they're going to do is tell us to get the heck out of their driveway. Well, they didn't tell us to get the heck out of our driveway, but wasn't the right place. So we turned around and back. Then it dawned on me that up at the end of the road, there was a sign, black and white sign. And one side of the sign, the black part of the sign, had a hummingbird picture, and it was all it had. It was a hummingbird picture.
It didn't have any...
No wording or nothing.
No wording, just a hummingbird.
It just had a picture of a hummingbird. And then the black or the white part of the board had a black arrow pointing. So we went that direction, and then there was another sign off to the right-hand side that was kind of knocked over. Had the same thing. One side had a hummingbird, nothing else, and then an arrow pointing that direction. So we went that direction, got up to the end, come to another Y in the road with another sign that had the same thing, hummingbird on one side, black arrow on the other side, pointed us that way. I'm like, oh, well, there's a garage. So it's a public garage. We knew that much. So we get up there and we pull up. And I got a code. I'm gonna go check the door because that's all I got was the door code. And sure enough, we got in. So that part was okay. Well, then after we got all unloaded and everything, the TV didn't work. And Cindy was getting a little mad because she knew I was getting mad, but I wasn't going to say anything. And to make the long story short, we ended up and left to go to the
Tapping tap show? The tapping show?
left to go to get something to eat for dinner because it ain't ate, and we get there to get something to eat, and the guy calls as soon as we get set down. And of course, I already left a message that said that this isn't what we said it was going to be, and you told my wife there was going to be a beautiful view, and the beautiful view that he promised us of this garden was apparently his beautiful view of a garden is weeds. Because that's what it was. And the weeds were actually coming up the steps as we walked up the thing. I mean, it took more than...
So the photos were just really deceiving.
Yeah,
it looked like... Yeah, that happens all the time. False advertising.
So, but the room was nice. Like I said, the room was nice. Once he told me he was going to get TV working, which he did. And so when we got back to the room, the TV worked. And so that was all in the hunky-dory. Everything was nice. Well, then we got to checking on breakfast because it also said there'd be a warm breakfast. Well, then Cindy asked this question too when she talked to him. And he said, yep, good. Warm breakfast, hot warm breakfast, coffee, juice, pancakes, sausage, eggs, whole kit and caboodle. We're like, okay, that's kind of cool.
What's a kit and a caboodle?
Kitten and a caboodle?
Yeah.
Not sure.
I wonder where that came from.
I don't know. I have to Google that. When you're talking, I'll Google it sometime.
Yeah, you'll Google it and bring it up right in the middle of a different topic. Derail the train again.
So anyway, we get all settled in, nestled in, figure out this breakfast thing, getting all our hopes up. Well, there's no information in the room. There's not even a phone in the room to call. Now, what the heck room does not having a phone to call where you can at least call the person? No phone, no information, no nothing. And so the refrigerator did have, and of course it also advertised having a like a dinette, miniature dinette. Well, according to them, a miniature dinette is a microwave,
A mini
refrigerator, and a cupboard. One cupboard.
To put some sandwich bread.
So the cupboard, they filled it. They stocked it up, and it was complimentary. So they stocked it and had 2 cups of cereal, had 2 cups of oatmeal, had 2 Bear Claws, 2 granola bars, 2 microwave bags of popcorn, 2 bags of hot cocoa, and that was all that was in the cupboard. Then they had tins on top of the microwave. One tin had tea and one had coffee, enough to make 4 cups of regular coffee. It had decaf coffee, but there was only 4 cups to make regular coffee. So then, down in the refrigerator, had 2 bottles of apple juice, 2 bottles of orange juice, 2 bottles of water, and 4 cans of pop. All 4 were different flavors, and a pint of milk and 2 yogurts. So, the way Cindy eats, she doesn't eat breakfast a lot, so that was technically enough to get us by 2 mornings without having the hot breakfast.
Dang.
And so we survived 2 mornings, and then I left him a message, like I'm supposed to get a hold of him. Please restock the room. And so I'm thinking, well, he ain't going to restock this room. So we had to stop in the Dollar Tree and get some stuff for breakfast. And lo and behold, we get back there, and sure enough, he didn't stock the thing. So we were there for 4 days, and no service at all. They didn't service the room, didn't ask us if we needed anything, didn't contact us at all. Nothing.
Wow. So that we would
We
just.
don't even know who the heck the owners of this place are.
That's funny. So the last podcast we had, we talked about customer service, or we tried to. We attempted to, but Charlie kept derailing the train. You don't even remember. So that's crazy. That's crazy that you just went through that. And you went to Wendy's after we talked about it? How dare you, Charlie? So in case that story didn't put you to sleep, we got something good. Do you got any goodies for us from Branson?
Okay, so from Branson.
Oh, he's going.
So we did a lot of stuff in Branson. Like we went to the Sight and Sound Theater. We went on the Branson Bellbow. And we went to the top of the rock. And we actually got on this golf cart tour around what's called the Lost Cannon Trail. And we went into Lost Cannon Cave as well. And so that was basically the trip. So then that encompassed all the days. It's pretty much all we did. And then on the way home, we made 2 stops on the way home that were kind of out of the way. The first stop we went to was at a place called, I think it's Redmond's. It's in here. Let's see.
In Redmond, Missouri?
No, it's not Redmond, Missouri. That's the name of the place. It's in Phillipsburg, Missouri.
Okay.
Not to be confused with Phillipsburg, Kansas. It's in Phillipsburg, Missouri. And in Phillipsburg, Missouri, they had Redmond's Candy Factory. And then behind Redmond's Candy Factory, they had the world's largest gift store. And I'm thinking, oh, we got to stop. I got to see what this is all about. We weren't going to stop there, but they come along the trail, so we stopped there. And so we went in there, and sure enough, I got to admit, it's the world's largest gift store I've ever seen.
Did you get anything from that gift store?
From the gift store, I got you those license plate things.
Oh, yeah. Let me grab those. This is like something your teenage daughter would put up in her room. I'm just saying, Dad. And then, of course, we can't forget about the even duct tape can't fix stupid, but it'll definitely muffle the sound. It's very nice.
So those came from there. Plus, these candies I got came from there.
What kind of candies do you got for us?
So we're gonna have to try them all. So you might have to save your wrapper so you can put it back on your wrapper because you're gonna have to try them all. So
oh snap! Are those
green?
Are these sour balls?
So I think blue's last. We're gonna do blue last. We'll do the brown first, and green in the middle.
So I guess we're doing this right now. We're doing what Charlie. What's in Charlie's bag?
What's in Charlie's bag right now?
Or what's in Charlie's sack? Yep. I like that better. All right, so we're doing okay.
First.
For our podcast listeners, you can hear the crumple or the crinkling of the wrappers. This is
you got the wrong one. I'm not telling you what it is.
The sour.
You got it.
This is definitely sour. I'm telling you.
You gotta taste it to know.
I've had many balls in my day, and I know this is sour. Ugh. Is that dog food? Is that dog food?
That is bacon.
Wow. Well, that is wow.
So
I can taste a hint of bacon.
Put the bacon aside. Get the green one now.
The green ball.
Green ball of fire. I mean, maybe fire. I don't know.
Get the sound in there so they can hear. They're just driving down the road listening to this podcast and just hear like, wow, I love this show.
So green.
All right, this is a green ball. What is it? Ew. What the heck is this? Ugh. Ugh. What is that? Ew, it tastes like I ate a grasshopper or something. What is that?
That is onion flavored candy.
Oh, you freaking... Charlie, you mother freaker. Where's my beeping button? There we go. Ugh. Dang you, Charlie. He knows I hate onions. Oh, man.
And last but not least,
Let me guess. This is also an onion.
I've never seen a blue onion.
I've never seen a lime green onion.
Green onions?
Oh, that's gross. All right, what could this toilet bowl cleaner? That's what it is.
Yes, it is. Toilet bowl cleaner. You guessed it.
Oh, here we go. Ready? All right, that's better.
This one you can just leave in your mouth.
That's raspberry. Right? Oh, fuck.
Hey, now Judah won't be able to try it. You drop it on the floor.
Oh. Well, there you have it, folks. That's the goodies that Charlie got for us from Branson, Missouri. That's pretty good. Is it like change? Does the flavor change to onion? Like I think I'm out of it, and then all of a sudden it's gonna hit me.
I'm just waiting for your mouth to turn blue.
Oh yeah. If my mouth blue. So anyway, I can hear the smacking from Charlie. All right, I'm gonna take this out of my mouth, so the listeners are not disturbed by all the sound effects of our mouth. Very tasty, Charlie. Thank you for doing that to me. Also, Charlie brought us, you stopped by that one store and you got us another gummy bear for Michael, who was on the podcast several podcasts ago that did the hot sauce challenge or the chip challenge.
He did the chip challenge with you and said that he would do
the gummy bear, Little Nitro. And we're holding him to it. The listeners are going to hold him to it.
Yep.
When we hit 250 subscribers, which is going to happen. I also, before we go into Uranus, you guys will understand what I'm talking about in a second. Wow, I promised myself I wouldn't say the last podcast I said like every other word.
Well,
so
you just said it twice, saying you didn't.
I know. Dang it.
And you're banging on the table.
So
I think you need to eat the green one again.
I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to say, I mean, I just said it. Dadgummit. So, on our podcast, we're doing very well. We're getting some good compliments. We just had, I don't know if I can read these people's names off. It's the goatee. It's Charlie's goatee for show. So, some of the videos that we're doing are going viral-ish. I mean, not really viral, but they're gaining some steam. They went from like 20
to what they were.
Yeah, they went from like 20 views to like 1,200 in a couple weeks, and I'm getting great comments. Like, I'm shocked. There's not any hateful comments, which I'm sure are coming. But the one that we did with Khaled is doing very well. That was the worst performing video we had, or one of the worst, and now it's taking off. Even Khaled, he didn't like the video at all. He still thinks it's kind of trash, but people are loving it. One guy just said, here before millions of views. So I'm pretty excited about that. And I said, again. Gosh, dang it.
Yeah, but you threw an and in there, so you're all right.
So I got man.
As long as you do it in 2 or 3 or 4 words, it's all right. If you just do it by itself and sit there and go, I'm pausing while you're finding it.
So
What was I gonna,
I'm pretty impressed with that, though.
What was I gonna
People
Google?
are seeing the show and they're super excited about it. I'm super excited about it. It's awesome.
What was I going to Google, by the way?
You were going to Google. What were you going to Google? Charlie, what were you going to Google? We can't, man, we have a short-term memory here on the show.
Okay. It will show
Welcome to the podcast.
It will show up on the screen later because we'll have to watch it to figure out what we...
Yeah, we'll have to look back and see, like, oh, that's what I was saying. Man, I tell you what, when you get older, your memory just basically shot.
Speak for yourself.
So, tell us about Uranus.
So,
We've talked about Uranus before on other shows.
Yes,
I want to hear about
it's
it.
the best place to get fudge.
Okay. Tell us about... So, you were coming back from Branson, Missouri,
Yes.
and you stopped by a place that some of you guys know about called Uranus. What's your thoughts on that, Charlie? Tell us about Uranus.
Uranus, Missouri.
Okay.
So Uranus, Missouri is a dream of some guy and his wife. It's set as a tour trap. It's set on the old Route 66.
Yeah.
But they even have their own newspaper.
Tell us about the newspaper. Oh my gosh, the Uranus Examiner.
Yep, the Uranus Examiner.
Wait, what's it say next to it? The new fun.
The new fun Uranus Examiner. Probing Uranus deeper than ever before.
Probing Uranus.
This is volume 4, issue number 2, summer of 2021. So some of the topics here. Let's see.
Tell us about these topics. So you got breaking news. Uranus saves an iconic piece of Route 66.
That's
What else do we got here? Stuffing books in Uranus. That's funny.
yeah, stuffing books in Uranus. Uranus Ice Cream Company, from wieners to sandwiches, funnel cakes, and ice cream, will once again be feeding our road-weary travelers.
That's funny. One of my supervisors from work was calling me to ask me a question, and I have to give a shout out to embarrass them. Lupe, sorry I couldn't take your call. I'm filming a podcast right now, but yes, you print the labels from Building 1. There you go. That's funny. Go ahead.
So, Cletus has been found.
Cletus was found
Yep.
in Uranus.
Yep.
Okay. I was wondering where he went. What
So,
else?
There's some obituaries from Uranus.
Okay.
And dig deep in Uranus is the mortuary.
Where's that one?
It's on the back page.
Oh, okay. All right, let's give it to him. What do we got
Give it
here?
to him here.
Let's give it to him.
How about the Uranus Dental and Proctology Clinic, where you can check out Dr. Evil Keen's special for this week. For $25, you can have your prostate exam and your teeth cleaned.
You can have your prostate examined and your teeth cleaned
Yes.
in Uranus?
In Uranus for $25. But
Dang, man.
if you want
That's
them
a
to change
that's a
clothes
good
in
bargain.
between, it costs you an extra $5.
Okay. That sounds like a great deal.
Yep. So let's see what else we got in here. Oh, kids find a hole in Uranus.
Kids find a hole. Oh. Ooh.
Yep.
We'll have to censor that one.
Tuesday afternoon, a group of local kids were playing hide and seek in Uranus Memorial Park when they discovered a large smack dab in the middle of Uranus. Large hole smack dab in the middle of Uranus.
We got a sinkhole popping up in Uranus,
Uranus.
Missouri.
Yep. Here's one. Re-elect Uranus Mayor Louis Keene. He will tighten his grip on Uranus if you vote for him. And his slogan is Muga.
Muga. Oh my gosh.
Meet the
there's
local
so much.
fudge packers.
They're packing the fudge. Okay, let's see our local fudge packers. You know, I'm going to have to take pictures of all this and post it up for everyone to see now.
They can go to Uranus.com or something.
Oh,
like
they're
that.
still going to give me a hard
Oh, right
time.
here. www.uranusexaminer.com.
What else do we got here?
Uranus is really spreading on TikTok.
It's spreading on TikTok?
Yeah.
Wow, that's a big spread.
Yeah.
Nice wide spread.
Here's the one Jason likes.
Yeah, this one's funny, man.
That's one big wiener in Uranus.
Yeah, check it out. One big wiener in Uranus. Clever. Who would have ever thought of that?
So he made a big tourist trap out of this. And I'm going to tell you, and you go into the store there, and they yell, welcome to Uranus!
Dang.
And you can be famous in Uranus, too, if you want.
Really?
Yep.
Well, we're famous here. Why not be famous in Uranus? That's
What the heck?
Anyways, we are going to move out of Uranus, Charlie,
Dang it.
and move down the road back to reality and get on with the show. But I'm glad you had a good time with your family. We spent 22 minutes talking about, well, partially talking about Uranus and then about your anniversary and
I think
hotel
you should
stay.
eat the green candy, all of it.
Oh, heck no. No way, Jose. I wanted to talk about, I just bought a car, okay? We got another car. I can't get into why we had to get another car, but we got another car, same car, just a newer year. And I wanted to say how much I hate dealerships. I cannot stand, that's like one of my my least favorite places on the earth is a dealership. I don't like the culture. I understand those guys have to make a paycheck and they're just basically fighting to get that commission check. And I don't like that. I don't like feeling taken advantage of and like just another number on their sheet.
Well, you should have went to Uranus to buy it.
If I would have went to, here we go, back to Charlie's anus. Charlie. So I don't like dealerships. And this last time we went, it just really drove that home with me. Like, I do not want to do that anymore. I don't want to go back to get another car. When we go in with the finance guy who's crazier than, like, just more salesman-y than the actual car salesman. They're the ones that are closing the deal and doing all the paperwork and all that crap. This guy's talking
all
up.
that crap.
Yeah, all that stuff. And then here we go back.
I thought we weren't going back there.
Oh, Charlie, come on. So we're sitting down and this guy's telling us about his trip to his home in Las Vegas. And he's getting also all distracted when we're supposed to be reading this stuff and signing off. And yeah, we're idiots. We should have just stopped him and be like, hey, man, can you please just let us pay attention to what we're doing? So long story short,
silver duct tape. That's why.
Yeah, if I would have had that, it would have helped me. So long story short, we should have just been straight with that guy and thought things through. But we ended up committing to something that we could have got a better deal. Let's just say that we could have got a better deal. But, and then when we went there, to hand over some paperwork, they ended up, one of the ladies in the front, she ended up calling my wife stupid on her breath. And I was not happy about that. So I don't like salesmen, especially when they depend on that check from like 100% commission. Don't like it. Very uncomfortable. I have a hard time saying no. My wife is much better at saying no than I am. So we ended up falling for the dang extended car warranty crap. So anyways, that's how I feel about it.
Did you get gap insurance?
We did get gap insurance. I will always get gap insurance on vehicles. And get this, man, they try to trick us. So at the end, when this dude's talking through everything, he ended up basically mentioning without saying it that the gap insurance they would take the gap insurance to use it towards the down payment and if some of you guys don't know this, I did not know this. Some people out there do not, that you get your money back. If whatever you didn't use from gap insurance, you actually get that money back. And some dealerships trick you and they just take that money for themselves and you don't even know it. They gave us a small down payment. We put that down for the car and they ended up cheating us by taking our extended car warranty and rolling that in. I mean, honestly, that part, it doesn't bother me. I just wish they would have told me that we're actually putting more money down than we thought for the down payment for the car, that they were taking the money from the extended warranty that we did not use before to roll that in. So, but they tried to do that with the gap insurance, but I would not walk away from that. I told them I want to know. I'm not okay with that. The money from the gap insurance is going to us for sure. And so it was like over $1,000. I think maybe even around $1,200 that we had coming back to us for the gap insurance. So what's your take on car dealerships? Do you have a hard time with them, or do you pretty good?
Well, sometimes you get to a point where you have no choice but to sit there and suffer, and then sometimes you're at a point where you have more power than they have, and that's when you throw things on their plate. And when the dude says, "Oh, I got to go check with my boss," and if you've got power in your hands, it's like, no, it's deal now or it's no deal. I said, you go behind closed doors. I'm walking out of here.
Oh, I got something too. I need to read. I won't show all this because I probably shouldn't have this, but I took a picture of it when I was at the dealership. On the back of the clipboard where we were signing the documents, they left their script, and they were, let's see here. Some of this stuff's kind of boring, but basically they said to sell the sizzle. So it says, on a pre-owned call, remember to sell the sizzle and not the steak. Don't try to sell specific vehicles over the phone. Sell the appointment. So basically that's just saying that they want to get you in the door. They want to get you in the door so then they can do their magic and basically trick you into getting committed to some vehicle you should never. They play with your emotions. It's crazy. When I worked for an extended car warranty company, a really famous one that ended up getting sued big time. They were like the main extended car warranty that started it all. And I worked for them. They got sued. The owners got put in prison. But they taught us these sales techniques that were just not good. Basically, we would do our introduction with the person. They want to know who you are first, of course. And then once you get the conversation going, you introduce yourself. They introduce themselves. You just say, what's the year, make, and model of your vehicle? I have a 2008 Honda Civic. Like, wow, those are really nice vehicles. So what they taught you was to put the person on the pedestal, like remind them of how great their car is and how much they like their car. You take them back to that experience when they bought the vehicle, how happy they are. So you remind them about how much they like their car. So you got them on the pedestal. Then you ask them this question. You say, what's the year, make, and model of your, or you say, not the year, make, and model. You say, how many miles do you have on that vehicle? And they would tell you, I have 200,000 miles on the vehicle. They taught you this thing called foam, freak out at miles. So you had them on the pedestal, then you pull them down off the pedestal. So you freak out at the miles. You say, wow, 200,000 miles. Is that thing even running? That's a lot of miles. So then you created a sense of urgency in their head. And then, then you just tell them this. You say, well, sir, I'm not sure if I can even offer you the coverage. Sorry, now I'm getting into it. Now I'm not sure if I can even help you out, but I'll tell you what. Let me go talk to my supervisor and let me see if there's anything we can do for you at all. Well, honestly, you know that you can do something for them. You're just full of crap. You're doing your little sales technique. You don't even talk to your supervisor, and you're just sitting there, and then you get back on the phone, and you're like, once you pull them off the pedestal. And another thing with that, okay, is people, it's our natural instinct to want something that we can't have. So when someone's taking something from you and you can't have it, you actually want that. You desire it. So they're just playing with your emotions. Then you come back with the great news. Sir, I have really good news for you. I don't know how this was able to happen. This doesn't happen ever. My supervisor, I spoke to him, and we're actually going to be able to give you that full comprehensive coverage, or that full powertrain, that full coverage that you were wanting, correct? And when you get them to say yes, you built them back up. You excited them. They got that thing that they wanted that was being deprived of them. And then you go through your whole little deal with, you break down the costs and everything, and then you say, and then you immediately go assume the sale. assume the sale. They put that in your mind. So then you would basically, you would tell them you want to go ahead and put that on your Visa or MasterCard. And then if they have a question or they try to do the whole, was it the spousal rejection? We had rebuttals for everything. And the main one was I needed to talk to my wife or I need to talk to my husband. And you read the rebuttal, you would just go right to that rebuttal, spousal rejection. Oh, I completely understand that. I'm married myself. I know that your wife, if she was out there driving alone and a car broke down, you would have peace of mind knowing that they're protected with this coverage, right? Yeah, I would. Okay, so we want to go ahead and put that on that Visa or MasterCard. So you just get right back into assuming the sale. And sometimes it just didn't work. But there's times where people went from cussing you out to pulling out their credit card and committing to that. Needless to say, throughout all of that, I had to leave the company because I just couldn't take it anymore. After I had one sale where this lady was an elderly woman, she probably didn't even drive to her mailbox. You know, she didn't need the coverage. She was in her 90s, very sweet lady. And I didn't close the sale, and I got in trouble for that because they listened to the call. And it was enough for me. I was like, I can't do this. I'm not that kind of person. But through that, I just was not happy with how sales is done. And then people, and this is something I mentioned to one of the customer service people at Kia, where we bought our car. And I told him, I was like, I know how sales goes. When I was in telemarketing, whenever that person didn't have anything to offer to them, the salesman would get off the phone and they would say horrible things. They would be rude, disrespectful. All you were was a number to them. They didn't care about people and their situations. They were just like, they're going to do whatever it takes to get you to put yourself in a financial commitment at whatever cost it is. They didn't care about a person and really giving them the best deal. So that's pretty much it. And I told this customer service guy, I was like, that's how I felt going to the dealership, is you just don't feel like anyone gives a crap about you. I mean, that lady that said my wife was stupid under her breath, the people that rolled their eyes at the front desk at us. And I went to another dealership at Honda, and those sleazy, those guys just brought it from the beginning. They're walking around with their little shiny penny loafer shoes and just like, hey, I'm going to sell you a car. They're just so annoying. And my wife overheard them talking about someone that walked in with $30,000 cash and they're going to buy a car. And these guys were laughing and making fun of them. I'm like, God, I'm just so sick of dealerships. I don't know. I think we'll either try that Carvana. I know it's more expensive, but I'm tired of dealing with salesmen. Have you heard of Carvana?
Yep.
What are your thoughts on that?
There's one of the vending machines off of 35.
Really?
Yep.
It looks really cool, though, when you're driving down the highway and you see it literally looks like a vending machine. It's crazy.
Yeah. I've never seen them, heard of them. Plus, there's a depot off of 635.
A depot, Carvana depot? It's a brilliant concept. You basically surpass I'm assuming, I don't have any experience with them, so maybe one of our listeners actually have had an experience with Carvana and it was horrible. And if it was, just let me know in the comments about your experience with Carvana and if it actually is a good idea or other ideas that you've had getting past car salesmen. Any ideas you have out there where I don't have to go to a dealership and deal with that crap? Because you basically know what you're getting for the most part. Go to an auction. Yeah, but someone could have been murdered in that car, like some crime committed. So? Yeah, but I'm not going to sit in a car that they pulled it out of a lake.
If you don't know. You got to know what you're talking about.
But what if I don't know what I'm talking about?
The dealership ain't going to tell you if it's been in a thing.
They have to, though. They have to tell you.
They don't.
You have to do the same thing when you're selling a house.
If a repair has not been done by a certified repair shop. It does not have to be reported on Carfax.
Really? Well, please fact check us, guys. But that's interesting.
So if I do the work myself and it's decent enough to get by, there's no way you'll ever know.
So you could be sitting in the seat of someone's body was there.
The only way you're going to know is if it's got a totaled title that it was in an accident.
Well, that sucks.
Other than if it's been repaired at a repair shop, certified, and they have to report that to Carfax.
Nice. Well, I'm done with dealerships. That's all I know. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of their crap. I'm sick of bad customer service. I'm sick of Wendy's and their crappy customer
I was
service.
gonna see if you wanted to go for a burger.
I'm not. I will never go back to that place again. They're crappy, terrible company. They have good food, terrible company. They don't care about people either. So I'm done with it all, Charlie. Forget it. We're done with the show. Just flip the table. I said,
you can go to Uranus.
Or we can go on US 66 and go down to Uranus. Dude, I can't believe you gave me that onion ball. Now my mouth has like the taste of it. It's disgusting. It is gross, man. So tomorrow I have to go back to work. I am so ticked off. You won't believe what happened. And I know I got people from work that listen to the show, but I'm gonna have to say this. At least people don't know where I work. Charlie's like, this is where he works. Some people might be able to figure it out from that. But okay, this is what they did. This is shady as heck, man. And I'm so ticked off about it. So they told us if we got 2 jobs ahead. So
Wait.
What? What are you doing now?
I was just curious. Were your boss's car salesman before they became your boss at where you work now?
Was he a car salesman?
Yeah.
No.
Sure?
Probably. I don't know.
I bet he was.
Could be. Now here's Charlie with his derail the train.
Let's derail the car this time.
Derail the car. Okay, so I'm trying to say is we got screwed big time. Big screwage that happened to us, and it was not right. But so they told us if we got 2 jobs ahead that we would get, and they said this, we would get the 4th of July off. Sunday, the 4th of July.
Did you get 2 jobs ahead?
We got 2 jobs ahead, and I believe we actually got more than 2 jobs ahead. And then on Friday, okay, before 4th of July, they tell us this. Get this. They tell us this. They're like, oh, well, you know what? Actually, we observe the 4th is actually on the 5th. We observe the holiday on the 5th, which is a Monday. And therefore, our shift, B shift, so there's an A days, A nights, B days, B nights, and we all rotate every week. So we got screwed. We had to work that Sunday, and then B nights did not have to go to work. They were actually off, and then A days, who was already off that Friday, Saturday, Sunday, also got Monday off, so they got a 4-day weekend, and we got screwed. It was completely crap. I was so ticked off, man. Everybody was upset.
Are you sure they just didn't ruin your bangs?
Oh my gosh, mad? Charlie. Wah, wah, wah.
Is that why you're mad?
Show them this corny little... I'll put it on the screen. Nice, nice. So, needless to say, though, people were upset about it. However, I was probably more upset than everybody else. And I'm not trying to claim it all because this particular department, I only worked in there like twice. So I couldn't really take much credit at all for achieving that 2 jobs ahead goal. But I was upset. And it seems like everybody else has just kind of accepted it and they're moving on. But I think they need to be confronted about it. What do you think?
I think you're just mad because you got your bangs cut.
I didn't get my bangs cut, Charlie. What the heck? So, what do you think? Do you think we should say something about it, or should we all just move on? I think I'm the only one that's still upset about it. Because I was asking people on Sunday about it, and everyone was in a good mood and fine. And I'm like, how can you be in a good mood about this? You got screwed.
So if they gave them people the day off because the 4th is observed, then you worked.
Yeah, because they don't observe it until the 5th. Night shift is here part of the 4th, and then the other 6 hours they're
Then
here
you should have got
the 5th.
You should have got a day off.
Yeah, it's total bull crap. And that was misleading because why did they tell our whole group, why did they tell us that we would be off on Sunday,
I don't know.
the 4th, when they knew that they didn't observe it until Monday?
Maybe it's a test.
Because they wanted us to do the work. They
test.
knew. And and they're all the supervisor. I mean, my supervisor personally came
This is
in,
a
but they
test.
had their 3-day weekend.
Only a test by TF.
I'll tell you, it's a test.
By TF.
But they lost the loyalty of a lot of people.
I think
So-
I think you all should have just taken a point.
Well, I mean, people could have definitely walked out and they would have all gotten points. Some people, and this is the other screwy thing, some people, they still they had plans because they were told we were going to be off Sunday, or they made it seem like we were going to be off Sunday. And so they just used PTO. So they wasted a PTO day when they could have gotten it for free if they would have honored their word. It's bull crap. Whoever's listening to this, I hope to God
Nobody that
you
matters,
understand.
probably.
Yeah, the supervisors, they probably wouldn't be listening to this, but it's so
Maybe you
dumb,
should
dude.
take
I
a
can't.
recording of this and take it into work and play it.
I should. They might play it. Some of them that are in the office, they listen to it and probably make fun of me. Like, dude, this guy sucks. But no, I love you guys. I love everyone at work. I just think this situation it sucks. It's not fair. It's not right.
Well, that's
So,
2 sucks.
anyways.
Are you the 3rd suck you out?
I don't know how much screwage I can get because I keep getting screwed.
You haven't been to Uranus yet.
I haven't been to Uranus. Man. So I got to go back to work tomorrow. I'm so tired. I'm so tired of it all. Charlie, can I work for you?
As what?
I don't know. I could just travel with you. We can go out to eat breakfast. That could be my payment, just breakfast. He's my going out to eat buddy. We go out to eat all the time, and we've been all over the place in Kansas City. What
Yeah.
place have we not been to in Kansas City?
I think we should seriously start the food critic thing.
The podcast at the I thought of that a while. Okay, guys. So I thought of this idea several months ago, and I was trying to pitch it to my friends about doing a podcast at a restaurant. And then at the same time, we're kind of reviewing the place, and every show we're at a different place. And so most people thought it was, I don't think it's going to work. But I think it would be a great idea. What do you think about doing some episodes like we have This Can Make Us Famous podcast, and then we could have like different, like H3 podcast, they have frenemies. Well, they did until Trisha left the show. They have families now, and then they have other ones, After Dark and whatnot. It's all part of H3 podcast. So what if we did that, Charlie?
I think it would be very, very successful if you ate your green candy.
Oh, I'm not going to eat that freaking thing. It's disgusting. Dang, man, we're at 50 minutes.
I got one more thing.
Heck
for you.
yes. What do you got for me?
Do you want to eat it?
Charlie, pull it out of your bag. Let's see.
You have to do the what's in Charlie's bag.
What's in Charlie's bag? I used to have a recording of that, but we kind of put Charlie's bag away. We're pulling it back out.
Now you got to say right or left.
Left. Are you switching it? Yeah, you are. What the
No,
heck, man?
I haven't done anything with it. Take right or left.
Left. Oh, ma. Wait a minute. Is that same pepper, Charlie?
Whip it out, eat it. Yes, it is.
Oh my.
You guys dumped that podcast, so they're back in return.
Oh, that's the hot, and I get the hottest one. The ghost pepper, insanely. Look at this, guys. Look at this. Ghost pepper gummy. Oh my gosh. Okay, this was one of the podcasts we dumped because I filmed it incorrectly. This was a long time ago. And my arm, I guess the format that I had it in, it made my arm like freaking humongous. And so I was like, no way.
Bear did.
Maybe it was the gummy bear. So we're going to rip it. We're going to end the show with a bang right here. You got to use your teeth.
It says tear.
Well, tear with your teeth.
I guess I'm going to have to.
Oh my goodness. There we go. Whew, boy. This is not going to be fun. Nice. All right, guys. So we're tearing in.
How the heck?
They don't want you to get into this thing.
No, they do not.
Where's my blade? I had a razor blade.
I guess you got to tear under the seal.
You do? All right, we're trying to get into this bag of hot gummies. Oh, I can't get in. Ouch.
Underneath the seal.
It hurts.
Oh.
Ugh. I got some of the air trapped in there. Okay, here it is. Whoa. Holy cow. Oh my gosh, dude. Look at that. That right there is a ghost pepper gummy. How many Scoville? Made with real ghost peppers, Scoville heat units. I don't know. It's saying
it's there. You just can't read it.
I can't read it. Is that 2 million? That's a whole lot, man.
850,000 to 1,041,427. I don't know.
So this is a couple million Scoville. This sucks, man.
Where's the gummy pepper at?
All right, let's get this over with. Holy cow, 2,000 calories.
Like you can't even read it.
Oh wait, 120 calories. All right, let's do this, Charlie.
That's 1.2 servings.
Oh my gosh. So look at that, man. That looks like a tongue. It looks like a tongue. Like
I almost got you the tongue.
You did? They had a tongue?
Yeah.
So this right here is a gummy.
Devil's toe.
Oh, dude, we haven't done that one yet. All right, here we go. Let's get her done. This right here is a gummy ghost pepper, insane pepper heat. Charlie's got the jalapeno one. Of course he has the jalapeno one. Here we go. Oh my God. Wow. That's instantly hot.
There's just cherry flavor too.
Oh my God. Oh, wow.
I don't know what your problem is.
Whew, boy. That's got some heat. Oh my God. Wow. It's coming. Oh gosh. Dang you, Chart. Oh. That's so hot. I'm trying not to be a sissy. That's so hot. I can do this. That's how you know it's hot for me.
You're not done yet.
I can't do it. I can't do anymore.
Chase it with the onion.
That's pretty hot. I can't stop hiccuping. See, when something's really hot for me, I get the hiccups really bad. Really, really bad. All right, I'm going to finish it. Oh, my God. Oh, holy cow. Hopefully I don't need that trash can. Okay, guys, this is horrible. This is horrible. So... and my stomach hurts.
I don't know.
My stomach hurts now.
I don't know what your problem was.
Yeah, this is
It's
hot.
cherry flavor.
It's
How
getting
the
worse.
heck are you going to be able to handle a little teeny bitty gummy bear?
Yeah, that gummy bear is gonna kick my. This is hot. This is definitely hot. I don't understand. How do I end up with the worst one? I think it was rigged, Charlie. I think you tricked me.
It's my bag.
Yeah, thank you. All right, guys. All right. I don't have any water up here. I feel like I can throw up. I mean, my tongue. Like, oh shoot. The back of my throat is on fire, like towards the back of my tongue. Okay. So oh my god. I can do this. I believe in myself. All right, guys, we're going to end this podcast now. Thank you guys so much for stopping by, from taking your time out of your busy day to listen to us ramble about a whole lot of nothing. You heard about Uranus. You heard about gummy bears that are ridiculously hot.
Redmond's
we
Candy
heard
Factory.
We heard about Redmond's Candy Factory. We heard about Charlie's stay at the that horrible hotel, and we also heard about my experience at the the dealership. I don't know what else to tell you today, except for I love you. Thank you for listening to This Can Make Us Famous podcast. We're out of here. Take it easy. Be good to one another. Till next time.
Peace.
Peace.
Thanks for listening to the This Could Make Us Famous podcast. Want to help make someone famous? Have a story to share? Get in touch with us at facebook.com/This Could Make Us Famous. And be sure to subscribe to this podcast so you don't miss a single episode.